After defining an optical system geometry and assigning optical properties, the second step in the Apex workflow is to define a source. In this example, we have a faceted reflector, and we can see that we have not yet created a source for this geometry. Under our Sources menu, we can see that we have multiple options for creating a source. We can create filament lamps, LEDs, CCFLs, arc sources, or simple rectangular and elliptical grids. In this case, we're going to go to our Source Manager, and under our Light Source Manager, we can see that we have, again, multiple options for creating arc sources, CCFLs, filament sources. An LED source would be ideal, and we will choose a particular LED from our Source Manager. And we can simply click Insert. Now, under our Start tab, we can see that we have the option of creating a brand new ray set for this source, or we can use an existing ray set, maybe one that we created previously, or possibly one that's been provided by the source manufacturer themselves. And we can also create multiple instances of the source simultaneously. In this case, we're only going to create one source. And in our Options tab, we see that we now can create a single wavelength or multiple wavelengths for this source. We'll choose multiple wavelengths. We will assign the source power as provided by the manufacturer, and we will create a 100,000 ray set. We'll click Next, and we see that Apex has automatically imported a lamp spectrum from the manufacturer, and we can now choose the wavelengths that we want to use for our model. We can note that if I choose any two wavelengths within the table, I can insert additional wavelengths simply by adding an interval, such as, say, 20 nanometers, and that would insert additional wavelengths between the two that I've chosen within the table. We now finish our ray set creation, and we can see that the LED geometry has been added to our assembly file. We can see the level of detail that's been included with the LED that we've created. And that's how we define a source within the Apex environment. In the next step of our workflow, we'll learn how to trace rays within an optical system using sources that we have created.